Wenn ich den See sehe, wenn ich den See sehe,
ich bin so gern am Bodensee, weil er mir so gefällt. Wenn ich in seinem Wasser stehe, bin ich am schönsten Platz der Welt. Ein Schiff der weißen Flotte läuft in den Hafen ein und kleine Segelboote wiegen sich im Sonnenschein. Wenn ich den See sehe, brauch ich kein Meer mehr, denn unser schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit den Rahmen eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Wenn ich den See sehe, brauch ich kein Meer mehr, denn unser schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit den Rahmen eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Ich lieg am Ufer, schau hinauf und seh nen Zeppelin. Ich sing das Lied vom weißen Schwan und von der schönen Fischerin. Am Horizont die Berge, die Sonne im Gesicht. Mein Paradies auf Erden, Bodensee, ich liebe dich. Wenn ich den See sehe, brauch ich kein Meer mehr, denn unser schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit dem Rad eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Wenn ich den See sehe, brauch ich kein Meer mehr, denn unser schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit dem Rad eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit dem Rad eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Wenn ich den See sehe, brauch ich kein Meer mehr, denn unser schöner Bodensee macht so viel mehr her. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit dem Rad eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön. Hier kannst du segeln, kannst du baden, mit dem Rad eine Runde radeln. Unser Bodensee ist einfach wunderschön.
To sail on a dream on a crystal clear ocean, to ride on the crest of a wild raging storm, to work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown, to be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of beginning to understand. So the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Oh Lord, like the dolphin who guides you, you bring us beside you, to light up the dark are strangers in your silent world. To live on the land we must learn from the sea. To be true as the tide, and free as a wind swell, joyful and loving in letting it be. Right, Calypso, the places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Hi, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Hi, Calypso, the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Hi, Calypso, I sing
The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
The straitjacket of true love's fine, bang bang. If you're Houdini in your spare time, bang bang. Lord Nell and Lady Hamilton, they fought for love. When he come home from the war, he give a what for love. The mighty fall when love has called. Vampire friends desire to lust, bang bang. They fall on necks, then fall in love, pang, pang. The Marquis de Sade was happy with a stroke of love. Sherlock Holmes alone preferred a little toke of love. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. Bang, bang, when love is called. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. Tony and Cleo struck out for the Frio down Egypt's way. But Caesar had squeezed her in Rome on his quilt for a day. Hey, hey. Now Antony got really angry. But old Caesar's hanky-panky, she told him she would use him, and boy did she abuse him. Fall in love and blew him away. Bang, bang, mighty fall. Bang, bang, when love is called. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. Bang, bang. Na 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 na. And Sam and Delilah, they both we should file under fool. Cause when the temples start to crumble, Sammy for his comb did fumble. Life was in a ruin, she loved Johnny Fruin. Fall in love and blew him away. Bang, bang, when love has called. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. Bang, bang, when love has called. Bang, bang.
To work and now you're all dressed up, of course, inhaling cabs out of your door. On 14th Street, I feel my head between my knees, and orange swimming through the cheese, and orange swimming through the cheese. Where could I go? What could I do? Put in this state, my lips and eyes give me away, and now there's nothing I can say. No, I'm pulled away. I see another of myself. It's found true love and happiness to sit and smoke down the chair. Oh. Two boys, one to kiss your neck and one to bring you breakfast, get you out of bed when you're sore from the night before, from knocking at my door, your head against the floorboards. Two boys, sat there with my jaw open and I smiled. He pulled the sweater off and tried to explain how I've given up on love. I'm pulled away, I see another of myself who's found true love and happiness. To sit and smoke there on the chair beside the bed. I read this past week's New Yorker and watch him paint Antarctica. Watch him paint Antarctica. Two boys, one to kiss your neck and one to bring you breakfast, get you out of bed when you're sore from the night before, from knocking on my door, your head against the floorboards. Two boys, one to love you sweetly, one does so discreetly, never will he meet me, but I'm sure that you'll catch your breath, to sleep until the day, to wake up with some light across.
times I whisper, Amaro mio. It was just a phrase that I heard in plays. I was acting a part. But now when I whisper, Amaro mio, can't you tell I care by the feeling there? 'Cause it comes from my heart. I want you ever. I love my darling.
see through your disguise. I see what you're about. Why don't you come right out and say that you believe in any day? Take it from me, don't have to buy my love, I can get it free. Why don't you try my love? If you could step inside my shoes, then you would see what I stand to lose. Why do you have to pretend
Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air? High hats and arrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. So if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Put it on the Ritz. Different types of wear a day coat, pants with straps and cut away coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dress up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air? High hats and arrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Brown the Ritz. Different types of wear a day coat, pants with straps and cut away coat, perfect fits. Put it on the Ritz.
Different types of wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits.
Putting on the Ritz. If you are blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types of wear a day coat, pants with straps and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Put on the Ritz. Dress up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper.
If sometimes life is hard for you, if someone's apart from you, don't you worry, babe, I'm on your side. It's not a pity, girl, I've come to none. If sometimes there's no way to go, there's nobody to let your love grow, don't you worry, babe, I'm on your side. It's not a pity,